All right, this is the Razer BlackShark V3 Pro for Xbox, the Esports Green Edition they sent me over for review. This headset has made my gaming feel more fulfilling. The sound is precise and clear, and it can get loud without falling apart. It legitimately shows you when a game put real time and care into its audio design, and when a game didn't. You hear the difference immediately. Let's dig into the actual hardware and why this is a real step up from the V2. Build and comfort. This thing feels premium in the hands. High quality materials. It does not feel cheap at all. Officially, it's a combination of leatherette for the isolation seal layered with a breathable, moisture wicking fabric outer surface. In real use, they feel like fabric cups, soft, breathable, and comfortable for long sessions without the heat you get from full leatherette. The headband has a leatherette upper with good padding underneath. The ear cups have adaptive 15-degree swivel joints so they conform better to your head. The official weight is 367 grams. It's not the lightest headset on the market, but the weight distribution and moderate clamp make it feel light on your head. I've worn it for hours with no discomfort. Now, the tech upgrades. This is a clear generational leap over the BlackShark V2 Pro. The V3 Pro uses Razer's new Triforce Biocellulose 50mm Gen-2 drivers. These feature a new diaphragm design, a new driver plug that Razer says reduces harmonic distortion by 50%, and a 75% stronger magnetic field. The previous V2 generation used earlier Triforce drivers without these Gen 2 improvements, and the frequency response is 12 Hz to 28 kHz. Now, the microphone is a detachable HyperClear full-band 12mm capsule with sampling up to 48 kHz. The V2 used a smaller mic with a lower sampling rate. Razer high-speed wireless Gen 2 with latency as low as 10 milliseconds. That's a drop from around 15 milliseconds on the previous V2 Pro generation. The hybrid active noise cancellation is brand new on the V3 Pro. The V2 Pro did not have ANC. Simultaneous 2.4 gigahertz and Bluetooth is also new. You couldn't run both at the same time on the V2. And the new V3 has up to 9 EQ profiles that can now be stored directly on the headset. Now, Razer developed and tuned this with professional players, and that competitive focus shows. Sound performance is where this headset really stands out for me. The sound is precise and clear. It can get properly loud while staying controlled. When a game puts real work into its audio, detailed footsteps, environmental layering, proper directional cues, this headset reveals it. You hear the nuances. Now, when a game is extremely basic with its sound design, that also becomes painfully obvious. It just doesn't hit the same. That honestly is something I didn't fully appreciate until I spent real time with these. Now, that mic is the detachable 12mm HyperClear full band unit. In multiplayer, everyone said the sound came through clear. Now, you can remove it completely for single player if you don't want the boom in the way. It's simple and effective. Now, when it comes to connectivity and the battery, you get the HyperSpeed 2.4 gigahertz wireless, Bluetooth 5.3, simultaneous 2.4 gigahertz plus Bluetooth, USB wired, and 3.5 millimeter via the included adapter. The battery is rated up to 70 hours on PC over 2.4 gigahertz and up to 48 hours on console. A quick 15-minute charge gives roughly 6 more hours. The battery is pretty remarkable on the V3s. Now, hybrid ANC works well when you need it. The on-headset gain chat balance and footsteps boost controls are actually useful in practice. One everyday thing I do a lot, I use the Bluetooth connected directly to the TV so that any sound that comes from the TV comes directly through the headset. It still sounds very, very good, better than any of the other headsets that I've tested the same way. But it is not as good as the direct 2.4 gigahertz connection to the console or PC. My only real gripe is multi device switching at the highest quality. To stay on the lowest latency 2.4 gigahertz connection when moving between console and PC, you have to swap the dongle. The SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro solves this more elegantly with its base station that lets you switch sources without physically moving a dongle. I jump between devices a lot, so that convenience matters. Everything else about the BlackShark V3 Pro is strong enough that this is the only meaningful ding for me. I've completely switched over to this headset full time, and with that, the official OnPoint review score is a 9.5 out of 10. The Razer BlackShark V3 Pro is the best sounding and most enjoyable gaming headset I've used. The combination of the Gen 2 Biocellulose drivers, the low latency wireless, the clear mic, the comfort, and the way it reveals good game audio design puts it at the top for me. If you care about competitive clarity and long session comfort, this is the one. Thank you so much for checking out my review of the Razer BlackShark V3 Pro. Drop a comment and tell me what you're currently using and what you think about this headset. With that, I am C Money. This is On Point for Gamers, and I will catch you in the next one.